Let's take in the Mikel. We are back in these very seats. The Chelsea fans tuning in, John. A lot of Arsenal fans might be tuning in this week as well. John Obi Mikel, Chris McCarty back in the hot seats. And that face, John, says a lot. It says a lot.
A lot of the Arsenal fans have been on my DM. They are on my DM. It's crazy. Listen, it's a bit of banter, but each their own. They support their team the way they want to support their team. I support my team the way I support Chelsea. It's who we are as Chelsea fans. We absolutely it's what it is. We don't like each other. I don't like Spurs. I don't like Arsenal. They are the same. They don't like us. They don't like Chelsea. So it's a bit of
all fair and love.
Yeah, it's all just who we are, who you support, how you support your team, and listen, fair play to whoever the way. But fair play to Arsenal for the weekend.
Yeah, great win. We'll get to them.
And Spurs as well. They won, didn't they? Yeah. Of the relegation battle now. So, yeah, let's see.
Smiling through gritted teeth. We'll get to all of it. But got to start with your boys.
Yeah.
You always say it. Your team, your club. It's another week. We were conscious. We were talking before we're coming onto this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know my team anymore. Which one is not? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know my team anymore. Honestly, it's worrying. It's worrying. I said it last week. I think to whoever connected to Chelsea Football Club, it's a worrying time for us. Absolutely worrying time for us. It's a team that, as a Chelsea fan, you don't recognize anymore. As ex-players, we don't recognize anymore. I know a lot of them don't come out and say things.
Ex-players, you mean?
Yeah, ex-players, but I think if you love the football club as much as you do, you should be able to say something. If you see the football club, go in the wrong direction, as a legend, someone who's played for the club, won titles for the club, and loves the football club, you should have your say. Lucky enough to have this platform where I can always say how it is, and because I love this football club, Chelsea is giving me everything. I'm who I am today because of Chelsea Football Club giving me the opportunity to become who I am today. So when I see the football club going the wrong direction, I feel like I have the right to say, obviously, being there for such a long time and won everything with the football club, I feel like I've earned the right to say something when it's not going right. And I just hope that some of my other colleagues, ex-colleagues should also do the same. I don't recognize the football club anymore. We're not going in the right direction on and off the football pitch. So yeah, something definitely has to change.
I see a difference in you today. You're resigned to it, John. Normally you're, the passion comes out of you.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. I thought Brighton was awful a couple of weeks back. But yesterday at the Bridge, listen, Vitor Pereira's done a great job. Let's not sugarcoat it. That was a second string Nottingham Forest team.
Yeah, that was a B team, not Nottingham Forest. We started the game so badly. I've never seen us play this badly in such a long time. Not just yesterday. We talked about the Brighton game where they outran us by 7 kilometers. We didn't put in a tackle until after 30 minutes in the game. Some shocking performances lately with the club. For me, it looks like some of the players, they want out. They're tired of what is going on. They can't come out and say exactly how they feel, but when you look at the players, you look at from the top players, the Cole Palmers, the Enzo Fernandez, the Moise Caicedo, we know who's always putting in top performances, Cucurella as well. These players look absolutely disinterested right now. They don't look like they want to be here. They don't look like they want to be at the football club anymore. That is something that needs to be addressed come the end of the season. If you want to be at the football club, you stay at the football club. If you've had enough and you want to leave, just tell the football club and then you can move on. But some of the performances that I've seen lately has been absolutely shocking. I don't understand my team anymore. I don't understand the football club anymore. I don't understand what we're actually doing. What is the structure? What is the philosophy? What is the style of play? We played against, like you said, a beast team of Nottingham Forest who rested their first team players, and they absolutely dismantled us in the first half. They played us out of the park. They created chances. They scored goals. Some of the play that I saw in that game yesterday, I was watching it thinking, what is going on here? Is this Chelsea Football Club? A lot has been said about, the owners and what's happening off the pitch. But I just think sometimes the players also need to look at themselves in the mirror and think, am I doing enough for this football club? Am I representing this football club the way it should be represented? Am I giving my all? Do I look at myself, come after each and every game, and I go home, look at myself in the mirror and say, yes, I've done enough. I've done enough to be at this football club. No, I don't see that. And again, it comes down to responsibility. It comes down to leadership. It comes down to character. It comes down to people who, senior players with experience that can push these young players. I keep banging on it week in, week out. You cannot become successful by just having young players. It's impossible, especially when you're playing in the toughest league in the world, the Premier League. It's tough to win the Premier League. So you do need experience. You do need players who's been there, done it, who know how to win titles. And we don't have that. We do not have that. We don't have experience. We don't have leaders. We don't have characters, with players with cojones, like you say, players with balls that can say, let's go. Let's do this. And that's what is lacking at this football club. We need experience. To be consistent, you need experience. That's what experience gives you. That's what leaders give you, consistency. And we don't have that. You never know what's going to happen. So we're all over the place. It was a pathetic performance. It was shambles. It was disgraceful. And I think some of those players are going to go home and look at themselves and say, have I given enough to this football club? Am I doing enough? Or I've had enough and I want to move on. If you want to do that, fine. Put your hands up and say, I've had enough and I need to move on.
One thing is clear, and I want to caveat this because I know what you're going to say right back to me. They're professional. They're earning a lot of money. I think it's becoming ever more clear an awful lot of that players did not want to see Enzo Maresca leave that football club. He left under a cloud. Still a lot of speculation as to, did he walk? Was he pushed? We'll maybe get an answer eventually on that. But as this season has progressed, Cole Palmer's body language, Cole Palmer's performances. I'm a huge fan.
We're all huge fan of Cole Palmer. I love Cole Palmer. I've said it so many times. He's a brilliant player, fantastic player. The potential that he has, the quality that he has, we know. We've seen him do it. But lately, he looks lost. He looks lost on the pitch. He looks so disinterested with what is happening on the pitch. It's not the same Cole Palmer that we know he struggled with injuries. We know that. But it's been a long time since he's come back now. He's been playing a lot of games. So you can't say it's injury. You can't say it's because of the injuries. But I just think he doesn't like what is happening at the football club. He doesn't like what's going on, how the football club is managed. He doesn't like that Enzo Maresca left the football club. But again, as players, we owe the football club that we have to come in week in, week. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what manager comes in. You still have to perform. You still have to give your all to the football club, to the badge of the football club, not the owners. You have a responsibility to perform, to give your all to the football club, to the fans, the people who are paying your wages, who travel miles, away games to come and watch you. They pay their hard-earned money to come and watch you, to support you. You still owe them that responsibility to perform. So I can understand some of the players, angry and upset that Enzo Maresca left the football club. I wasn't a fan of him leaving. I said it so many times. I think it was a mistake, and I keep saying it because I saw that we had an objective. We had a philosophy. I saw where we were going with the football on the pitch. On the pitch, I saw there was a light at the end of the tunnel of something that was going to happen. And since he left, we were just all over the fucking place. Off the pitch, on the pitch, players, just doing whatever they feel like doing. And there is nobody that's holding anyone responsible on the pitch. When you have senior players, when I look at us on the game, during the games, players making mistakes, players, running here, left, right, and center. There is no structure. There is no leaders. I remember sometimes when you think on the pitch as a young player, you look around and you're in the game and you're thinking, I don't want to make a stupid mistake here because I know that when I go in that dressing room, those senior players are going to look at me in a very bad and funny way. They might not say something, but the stare that they're going to give you, that you fucked up right here. You are in trouble. So you need to know that you can't be making week in, week out, making stupid mistakes. And that's what I see with this team. There is nobody holding each other responsible. Just the players. The players on the pitch, it looks like everybody can do whatever they want to do. I look at the second goal, the penalty. Nobody went up to him and said, why will you pull the play? It's 5-10 minutes into the game. We've just considered a goal. And you just pull the player again and consider a penalty. Let him go. Maybe he might not score the goal, the header. But it's just those stupid mistakes, those small mistakes that we see week in, week out. And nobody's holding each other responsible. Nobody's talking to each other and saying, wake the fuck up. Why are you doing that? Nobody. And I just see us declining. We decline as a football club. And it's a shame to see whoever is something, I've said it so many times, something has to change. Something absolutely has to change for us to get back to where we are. We're not who we are. We have to change. The players have to change. We have to make sure that we strengthen come the summer. We have to. I just think some of those players are not good enough. When you're looking that we need a goal, we're 2-3-0 down. We need goals. We need to get back into the game. And you look at the substitute, who's coming in? Andre Santos. Andre Santos coming on to do what? We need goals. Liam Delap coming on to do what?
He's not been good.
I mean, I have to say, he's not been good enough. He's not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. I am not here. Sometimes these players, it's not their fault. It's the recruitment process, the people bringing them into the football club and putting them in this situation. He's not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. Yes, for Ipswich, yes. The way they play, the structure, the football club that they are. But Chelsea is a massive football club. When you look at the substitutes, people coming on, I said it before, some of them coming on, I don't even know who they are. And we're 3-0 down against Nottingham Forest, and you see Andre Santos coming on to do what? Please tell me to do what? To get us goals, to get us back in the game? I don't understand. Liam Delap coming on, he's not been good enough.
Guess he's the only attacking option they had. No Garnacho, no Gittins, no Neto, no Estevao. There's a lot
it looks
of
like they're all faking injury. It looks like they don't want to be there.
Well, there's that. And I
don't get it.
I want to come to that because I want to lean on you. This is where you can give us some insight, John, because you've been at the football club. You've seen managers that you like leave. Now, you keep saying you've got to be bigger. You've got to be professional. You've got to get over that. But take us back to an instance where a manager that you've liked, who's like you, has left. A manager has come in and you think, not really having
Doesn't buy into how you play,
and you're not having him, he's not having you.
Yeah.
Who do you turn to? Would JT bring you together? Would Lamps? Would Drogba? Who gets you together to say, listen, you've got to rise above this? Because there'll be a lot. Listen, you've said it many times. We know that one or two players listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
One or two of these players watch what you say, not what I say, what you say.
Yeah.
So, you're an experienced man. You played the game. You played at Chelsea 11 years. What advice would you give the players right now that feel lost at the football club?
You have to, listen, like you said, I've been there so many times, obviously.
A lot of managers.
As we all know, when I was at the football club, but yes, a lot of managers come and went and left the football club. But Roman did the changes because he wanted football. It's different because he wanted a football club to keep winning, to keep the culture, the mentality of the football club, which is winning, competing. It didn't change because every manager that did come in, we went on to win something. We went on to achieve something. So you can look at it and say, yes, him changing managers, of course he did work because that's why we became so successful. Now the problem is those managers are coming and going and we're not progressing.
And there's no culture.
There is no culture. Yeah. We're not progressing. The DNA of the football club is gone. On and off the football pitch. It's gone.
It's a strong statement.
So it is gone. The DNA of the football club is gone.
It's not the Chelsea.
It's not same Chelsea that I know. It's not same football club that I love, that I played for. And that's why when you're bringing in new players, young, talented players, you need a voice. You need somebody who's been there, who knows the football club, who can straight away tell you what the football club means, the culture of the football club, the DNA of the football club, what the football club stands for, the community of the football club, the fans, what the fans stands for the football club. Right now, when I look around that dressing room, when those young players come from Brazil, wherever, Africa, wherever it is, there is nobody, experienced player,
saying the standard,
whether playing or part of the technical crew, who's going to say to those players, this is where you are right now. This is who we are. You have to keep the culture of the football club. You have to keep progressing. You have to keep winning. Nobody is saying that to anybody right now at that football club. That's why when these players come in, they are so relaxed. They feel like, okay, I'm here at Chelsea Football Club. It's going to take me 4, 5, 6 years. It doesn't matter whether I win a trophy or not.
Yeah, come on.
No, that is not the culture of the football club. Sometimes I don't blame them. You need a voice. It's sort of a John Terry. I keep saying it. He needs to be part of that football club. In any capacity, he has to be. Somebody who's been there, done it, won trophies, that can be able to sit those young players down and tell them who we are. Nobody's doing that. And that's why I think we're lost right now. So the DNA is gone. We have to get it back. I don't know how we do, but we have to get it back. We have to make sure we maintain who we are. And I'm looking at it thinking right now, in the next 4 or 5 years, I don't see us winning the Premier League. I do not see us winning the Premier League. And that's worrying. That's a worrying sign. You're looking at Arsenal, they're progressing. You're looking at Manchester City, they're progressing. Liverpool, they're going to get better. Manchester United are getting much, much better. So where do we belong? In those clubs that I've mentioned, where do we belong? Looking at us right now in the next 2, 3 years, are we going to look at ourselves and say, okay, this is where we belong. We know that this project is working. It's not working. The model is not working. Something has to change.
With BetWinner, every game is your chance to win. Trust your instinct. Place your bets. Feel the victory. Win with BetWinner.
You know, I said it to you. Listen, the stats are there for everyone to see. Worst run of consecutive defeats since November of 1993. Yeah. Only the second time in Chelsea's history that they've lost 4 successive home matches. You got to go back 48 years, 1978, for the first time that they had that created that unwanted record. Now we see it again. Last week we spoke and I gave you an option of 3. Andoni Iraola, Felipe Luis, Cesc Fabregas. Yeah. Andoni Iraola, there is definitely, what's the old saying, there's no smoke without fire. He's in the mix. The name I keep coming back to this week though, John, Xavi Alonso. Does he excite you?
Sorry?
Xavi Alonso.
Wow.
You played against him, right?
I played against him, yeah. I played against him. Xavi Alonso, listen, everybody loved what he did with Bayer Leverkusen. But then, of course, he went to Real Madrid, a different kettle of fish. Egos, big club. Sometimes these young managers can't handle exactly what a big club is about. And Chelsea is a big club. Maybe not. You know, Real Madrid is Real Madrid. But Chelsea is a big, big club. Xabi Alonso, we all saw what he did with Real Madrid. Real Madrid all called the egos that were there, the Bellinghams, the Mbappe, the Vinicius, the Rodrigo. Those players have a lot of ego. And Real Madrid as well is a club whereby if you're not performing, if you're not winning games, the fans can turn on you pretty quickly. It doesn't matter who you are, because they want to win. They're not accepting anything less than winning. It doesn't matter who you are, you're out of the door. Real Madrid is a mafia football club. If you're not winning, you are out. You are gone.
A mafia football club. But you're right. I know.
No, it is true. And for us as well, if Xabi Alonso is the guy.
But a lot of young players. I look at what he did.
Again, a lot of young players. But we can see what he's done, obviously, with Bayer Leverkusen. He did a brilliant job with Bayer Leverkusen. But is he going to come in and take us back to who we are? Is he going to come in and play for Liverpool again? And a rivalry football club? Is he going to come in and get us back to who we are in terms of competing, to winning big titles, winning the Champions League, winning the Premier League, and bringing back the DNA of the football club and who we stand for? I don't know. And you've just mentioned all these managers, these young, talented managers. I feel right now is not the time to keep experimenting, with managers, because we have to find a manager. We have to find a structure, a manager that we can say, okay, we want this manager for a long time. And that's what I thought we had with Enzo Maresca. Because you can see he's building something. Now, any of this manager can come in. He will need 2-3 years to be able to put his philosophy and how he wants the team to play. His structure of how he wants the team to play. It's going to take time. Are they top managers? Good. Are they good managers? Of course they are. Do they have the experience to manage Chelsea Football Club? Maybe not. But are you going to give them opportunity? Of course, yes. But if I'm looking, for me, we keep saying it, honestly, I have no idea the manager is going to come in and do the job. Because no top manager is going to come in. right now that he's going to have his hands tight and he's going to be told exactly what to do. He's going to become a yes man. No top manager is going to want to come in and do that because they want to have full control of who plays and who doesn't.
Yeah.
And they want to bring in their own players as well, experienced players to mix it up. Now, is the model going to change for the football club? Are the owners willing to change the model of what is not working? Because it's not working. They have to change it. They've come out and said, yes, there might be a little bit of tweak come the end of the season.
There might be a lot of tweaks.
It should be a lot of tweak. So, which top manager is going to come in and accept that? I don't know. I don't think there is one. So what we're going to get again is another yes manager.
You know, the man who is top, he was in the stands yesterday and they sacked him. Thomas Tuchel. You know, he was talking to Roberto Martinez, the camera panned in, of course, England manager, Portugal manager, and you're thinking, Chelsea had him. He won the European Cup in 2021, 5 years ago, John.
Yeah.
And now Chelsea are 9th right now. Nottingham Forest are only 6 points behind
6 points
Chelsea.
behind us. I mean, Nottingham Forest, that a few weeks ago, they were fighting relegation. And now we look like we are going to be dragged into, I know, okay, we're safe.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see us finish 13th, 14th. That's not where we belong. That's not where we belong. These players, they need to talk to themselves. They need to have meetings like we used to when things are not going well. The top players. JT used to call meetings even before the manager called the meeting. He calls every player. We have a meeting.
Calling you out?
No, yes, but we need to find a way of getting back to winning ways. Because that's what the fans demand from us. That's what we demand from ourselves. Winning. Even before anybody demanded something from you, have to demand that you are playing for Chelsea Football Club. You demand what it takes to play for this football club is winning. Keeping the mentality going, keeping the DNA going, the culture of the football club. Even before there was a meeting from the manager, JT, the top players, Frank, DJ Drogba, they have already called a meeting. And we have a meeting. We talk to each other. You have to wake up. You have to train better. No sulking and walking around and thinking, why am I not playing? No, cut that bullshit. Get back to basic. Train properly. Apply yourself properly around the place, around the training ground. Respect your teammates if you're playing or you're not playing. Respect the badge. Fight for the football club. Fight for the fans. Because that's the bare minimum you can do for this football club. And the rest take care of itself. If you apply yourself well, if you train properly, if you respect your teammate when you're playing or you're not playing, support the club, support the players. Yes, the rest takes care of himself, but you have to apply yourself. You have to be professional. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing enough? And right now, I don't see anybody in this football club right now that is doing that. Yes, they can all look after the game. They go stand in front of the fans and look like they care. Like they look like they don't care. When you have to care is during the game.
Yeah, do your job.
Get into tackle. Do your job. Fight for the football club. Fight for the badge. The bare minimum you can do is run and tackle. Do that. Do your job. Everybody should have their job in the team. I did my job in the team. Michael Essien did his job at the team. We let Frank Lampard bump in, go in there, arrive left in the box, score goals. Michael Ballack go forward, score goals. Yes, during when we played, the number 6 position was different. We sat deep. We sat deep there. But right now, the position has changed.
Yeah.
We knew our job at the football club. We played as a team and we succeeded. Everybody had his role to play. And that's when you talk about a team, when you talk about a culture, everybody knew his role and everybody played it effectively. And that's why we were so successful.
In any walk of life, in any industry, you have bad days. You know, you would have had bad days.
Of course I have.
Lamps, JT,
of course I have.
Everyone. Want to ask this. You look yourself in the mirror, you're the harshest critic for yourself. Every player, I'm told, is like that. The manager, if he feels needed, will hammer you for a mistake or a poor performance. Did any of the players, John, if you had a bad game in this run that Chelsea are on right now, there are 1 or 2 players that have dipped below the standards. Were you called out by teammates or does that just not happen? Would JT say, John, word, in here now?
Yeah.
And hammer you?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. He did. Few times.
Constructively?
Few times, constructively. Yes, constructively. Yeah, he pulls you in. Few times, he's pulled few players in and have a word with them. Yes. A couple of times he had a word with me privately. Yes,
And
he
said,
did.
John,
Yes,
not good enough.
because the managers gave him the permission to do that. Because the club wants to succeed.
Who's doing that right now at Chelsea?
Nobody. Who's going to do that right now?
Yeah, no.
Who is going to drive in Enzo Fernandez and say, come in here, let's have a word with you? No one. Who's going to drag in Moise Caicedo right now and say, in here, let's have a word? No one.
Cole Palmer, no one.
Cole Palmer, no one. Tosin or whatever, Tosin.
Yeah.
What? I mean, we talk about centre-backs. Tosin. I mean, I don't want to be calling out names, but the centre-backs, when I look at our team,
Chalobah as well.
Chalobah, I mean, I've said Chalobah, yes, there is something there, but not a starter. Not a starter for this football club. Maybe like
Yeah, squad. You need
a squad player. But we need top centre-backs. That's what we need with quality. That can play out from the back, that knows how to defend, that knows how to win games, that can put their body on the line, play out from the back, be comfortable with the ball on his feet. We don't have that.
No.
The only positive sign is that Levi Colwill came back from injury. Straight away, you can see the way he played. You can see there's something there.
He's quality.
His quality.
I like
He
it.
has the potential to become a top centre-back. He needs another top centre-back next season to partner him. That's what he needs. Yes, of course, those times, we've had those times whereby, JT had a word with top players. It doesn't matter who you are. He had a word with you. Privately, he did. With Frank, with Didier. Sometimes if things are not going well, yes. The top 4, 5 top players, they did have meetings with each other. And then they called the rest of the group and say, let's have a word. We're not performing well. We're not representing the football club right now at this point in time. We have to get back to who we are. We have to get back to doing the basic. We have to get back to being proud to represent this football club, Chelsea Football Club, because the fans demand that from us. The owner demand that from us. We have to get back to who we are, winning. It doesn't matter if you're playing or you're not playing. Respect the badge. Respect the football club. Do your job. Look at yourself in the mirror. The best criticism you can ever have as a player is when you look at yourself in the mirror, go home after the game, look at yourself in the mirror and say, have I done enough today? Am I doing enough? Yes, you can have maybe bad game. It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But not consecutively. Not for months. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing enough? Am I representing this football club well enough? Do that. The harshest criticism you can beat yourself is you criticizing yourself. You cannot develop as a player. You cannot succeed as a player. All walks of life if you don't criticize yourself.
Yeah, be
Self-criticism.
Yeah.
You have to. Whatever you do, especially as a football player, you have to be harsh on yourself. You have to criticize yourself. Before anyone criticizes you have to be the one to criticize yourself. You have to be the one to look at yourself and say, am I doing enough? And right now at this club, nobody is doing that. I feel like nobody is doing that.
But
From top to bottom, from the owners to the sporting directors to the players, nobody is doing that enough. When I look at the team on TV, when I watch it, on the bench, there is no fighting spirit. Even the players, the staff, the people sitting behind, it just looks passive.
Passive.
There is this acceptance of who we've become. Who we've become. This acceptance. I watched the game. We lost the game. But there was no one that looked angry on the pitch. The staff.
Pissed off, yeah.
The technical crew. Nobody's standing and shouting, let's go.
Yeah. You would rather that instead of everyone's shoulders slumped and quiet and miserable and looking as if they want out. A couple of arguments among the players just to show that there is a bit of mongrel in them.
Yeah, honestly, no one is doing that. When managers used to jump off the seat and scream at the player and call you and say, fucking do your job.
Yeah.
We used to get that from Mourinho and all these managers, top managers. Carlo Ancelotti, that never gets on upset, but when he does, he gets on you. He does. When he raises the eyebrow,
You're done.
you know you have to do your job. But no one calls. I know now social media, this
The
world,
games.
it's like, oh yeah, young players, you have to put your arm around them because this generation, you have to be so kind, so gentle with them. Please.
Not when they're not performing.
Not when they're not performing. Not when they're not doing their job. You can't continue to say, yes, put your arm around them. Yes, this generation, you have to be so gentle with them. You have to, no. Yes, you can do that. But also you have to let them know that they are doing the best job ever. To be a football player, it's one of the best jobs you can ever have. Going into training every day with your mates, with your teammates, with people that you love, that your friends. You're getting paid well enough. You're enjoying the training ground. Fantastic training ground.
Your food's prepped.
Your food is prepped. Fantastic chef, Michelin chef, 5-star. You get your food, you get your lunch, you get your breakfast. Where else can you get that kind of job? Every week you get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
You can't complain.
Yeah, when you say it like that.
The least you can do, apply yourself properly. Do your job.
Can I ask you this, John? You joined the football club at 18.
Yeah.
Imagine you joining this club now. Because you've often said on this pod, and I always lean in it because it always is great insight, that it took you a number of years to be truly welcomed. They're testing you daily.
Yep.
Right, what is this kid made of? This is the standards we set. The manager played games with you. JT, Frank, they're testing you on a daily basis.
Daily basis.
And then boom, you're into the trust.
Daily
you
basis.
are one of us. We know now, week in, week out, it's a 7 out of 10, whatever you're producing, minimum.
Minimum. You've just,
Can you imagine walking into this now, John? You at 18 walking into this? Because I'm trying to be nice to these players. Because listen, I'm going to get pelters for this. I know they've got to take responsibility.
They have to.
But it's a madhouse.
They have to, Chris. In any job you do, you have to take responsibility.
Fair.
You can't be let off and say you can't take responsibility.
But
you have to take responsibility.
But
and that's what happened to me. Again, you've mentioned it when I joined the football club at 18.
You still took responsibility.
I took responsibility. A couple of times I was late during my early days.
Bang.
Oh, I've said it. Mourinho sent me to the reserve team for a month. I was out of the team until I had to get my shit together.
And then
until I have to understand where I am, which football club I'm representing right now. The club that I represent right now, the culture of the football club. He put me in my place straight away. There is no this, it's a young kid, let's give him time, let's massage it, let's just, massage him until, no. Because I was already in the dressing room that wants to win. A dressing room that was built of winning. A dressing room that was built to win games, winning titles.
And I think that's what I mean, John. I feel for these young players in some ways because they're walking in and there isn't that.
There isn't that responsibility. There isn't that thing where you can, that's what I just mentioned earlier on. You need a voice, somebody who's been there, who knows the football club, who is the football club that can be able to tell these young players what the club means and what the club stands for and what the fans demand from you and what we've built, a machine that wins titles. If you're not here to win, you're in the wrong place. You have to leave.
Who would you turn to? Because another thing that you've said a lot on this podcast is if we look at the club top to bottom, if I'm thinking, right, I'm a player at that football club and certainly I'm looking at the faces that are well known to us, the two sporting directors, Sam Jewell's in there, there's Joe Shield. When you were at the club, were there people that had been there a long time that if you were having, some trouble, John, you could turn to, away from JT and the manager, you could turn to and say, listen, I need a hand. I'm struggling with, it could be building work at home, whatever's taking away from your performances on a Saturday. Were there people at the club you could turn to?
Of course, there were people you can talk to back then. I don't know if they're still there at the football club. I think from what I know,
a lot of them
a lot of them have left the football club. So again, is this thing of Bluco not wanting everybody, part of the people who represented the football club before and who's helped build the football club to what it is today. They don't want those people still involved with the football, which is wrong, which is a wrong thing to do because you need to continue that success. You need part of those people who knew what it took to build this football club to what it's become today. You need those people to still be at the football club, to continue the success, the culture of the football club. So we don't have that anymore. And you've just talked about it. You've touched on it there. When acceptance, when I was finally, it took them years, those top players, to finally accept me as one of them. It took them years. Every day you were tested. Every day in training, in games.
Proving yourself.
Every day you have to prove yourself. In around the dressing room, in around the training ground. You have to prove yourself. You have to these guys have to accept you. Not just the JTs, not just the top players, not just the officials, not just the staff. Also the kit man, the chefs. When you're not accepted, there is a way they treat you.
JT gets everything.
When you're not accepted by the kit man, the chefs, I promise you, there is a way they treat you. There is a way they look at you. But you know when they've accepted you, it's a different feeling. They treat you well, way, way different. That's when you know, yes,
you're in there.
I am now part of this football club.
I love that.
Because you have to earn it.
Yeah.
You have to earn it. You have to earn it, number one, by winning titles.
By being consistent.
By being consistent. By knowing what the football club stands for. By respecting the badge of the football club. Loving what you do week in, week out, every day coming into the dressing room, training ground, having a positive behavior.
Yeah, that's part of it.
You have to. A positive behavior. When you're playing or you're not playing, you have to. You have to be angry at yourself that you're not playing, yes, as a player, because you want to play. But at the same time, respectful of who's playing, your teammate, the club, the badge, the fans.
Being ready.
You have to.
Being ready to come on.
You have to. Being ready. Because that's what the managers used to tell us. Mikel, I understand you're not playing right now, but you have to train well, you have to apply yourself well, because you have to be ready. That when you have the opportunity, you come in and you perform well and you do well. I don't see that happening right now at this football club. It's a shit show what's going on, honestly, because I see us declining as a football club. Everybody associated with this football club have to stand up. We have to speak up to save our football club. We have to speak up. Because if we don't, the manner in which we're going, we don't want to become that club.
Spurs.
We don't want to become that club. That's going to take us years and years before we get back to who we are.
Yeah.
We don't want to become that club. So we have to do the right thing. Something has to change. Something has to absolutely change. And we are capable of doing that because we're Chelsea Football Club. We have one of the best fans in the Premier League, in England. And the least that these owners can do is to bring in players that can help this football club, that can win titles for this football club, that are already there, that knows what this football club stands for, and to come in and win titles. That's what we need.
With BetWinner, every game is your chance to win. Trust your instinct. Place your bets. Feel the victory. Win with BetWinner.
First things first, find a manager. We
need the managers.
And I know these managers don't grow on trees, but you're looking for a Jose 04, a Klopp, kind of 09. When did he come into Liverpool?
Yeah.
Well, a little later, 13, 14, 15 perhaps. Years have gone past quick. You're looking for a Pep. You're looking for
a top manager.
Someone with a force of personality that brings the owners, the sporting directors, the recruitment staff with him.
Yeah.
I'm the top dog.
Yeah.
I'm now doing you. I'm passionate. I'm sounding like a Chelsea fan. I'm acting like a Chelsea fan. But I can hear it and I see it.
Isn't it?
It is. Because I listen to you too much. But I think anyone watches or listens to this, John, they get it too. That it needs a personality, a character to knit all of this together.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's floating, it's bobbing along in the sea with no direction.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The top manager. The one thing we were so lucky with in the past is that the managers that Roman Abramovich brought into the football club, you look at them, count all of them, the top managers.
Had a few.
A lot of them. Yeah. We had a few dodgy ones.
Naming no names.
We had a few dodgy ones, but they didn't last long. They were only there for a short while.
And it's easy
they didn't last long.
No, they didn't.
We knew who they were. And we knew they weren't going to last long. So they were only there temporarily. But the top ones that came in, we knew. You know, they come in straight away and they demanded that respect. And they got the respect straight away. You know, Carlo Ancelotti, José Mourinho, Scolari as well. Yes, he didn't do well at the football club, but
Conte
as well. Top managers. Top managers. Roberto Di Matteo, who won us the double, the Champions League. So we had standard. We had standard. And that's what we need right now. I feel like that's what this team needs. I've said it so many times. With these young players we have, with these potentials that we have, with these quality players that we have, these young players, there is no one discrediting the fact that we have some good, young, talented players.
Just need guidance.
They just need guidance. They need somebody who can point a direction to them and say, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing on the pitch. This is what we have to do. Because things are not going well for us right now in this game. But stick with me. We'll find a way. We'll figure it out. Stick with me. We will sort it out. And that's what we had back in our days. Guidance. Somebody who can guide us during the games, during the tough times. We had them in abundance. Frank Lampard, Jade, these players, Didier Drogba, Ashley Cole, Peter Cech, Claude Makalele.
Ivanovic.
These are top players. Ivanovic. So
Ballack.
these are top players with bags and bags of experience. And that's what I don't see right now. So we need a top manager that can come in straight away and demand that respect from these players. And these players, they can look at it and say, you know what? He's been there. He's done it. He knows how to win titles. So straight away, I have to respect exactly what he's telling me because he knows what exactly he's talking about. Yeah. And we don't have that. I feel like from top to bottom, we don't have those people. The owners, they don't know what it feels like winning. The sporting directors from Brighton, listen, I'm not here to knock anyone. They did a brilliant job for Brighton. But Brighton is not Chelsea. No disrespect to that.
No.
It's not.
Demands, expectations.
If you want to win titles, you need a sporting director who knows how it feels like to win in titles. You need an owner who knows how to win in titles. You need all that. You need a manager. Especially when you're buying so many young players. You need this mixture that can guide those young players. And we don't have that. So we have to get back to our DNA. Especially, that's the thing. The DNA of Chelsea Football Club has to return. Has to return because we have fans that have been spoiled with winning. The fans that we have has been spoiled in the last 15 years, spoiled winning titles, competing, year in, year out, competing, being there come the end of the season. That we've said, we look back at the season and say, we were there or we won something. Not finishing 13, 14. That's not who we are. Or not just being happy qualifying for the Champions League. That's not who we are. Yes, it's a massive thing to qualify for the Champions League, but not every year, okay, we're happy now we qualify the Champions League. No, it's about winning titles, big titles.
Yeah.
And these owners have to realize that they have acquired a football club that has been built. And that's what I keep saying. Yes, they can get angry as much as they want. But if you are acquiring a football club that you know what it stands for before you acquire it, before you bought the football club, you have to continue the success of the football club because you know what you get yourself into. You know what the football club stands for. You know what the fans want.
Yeah, the expectations.
The expectations of the fans, the players, the community, the people that support the football club. Because they are the most important people in the football club. The fans. The fans own the football club. You have to continue that success, that DNA of winning. That winning mentality has to continue. Because if you fail to do that, those fans will quickly realize what's happening.
Of course.
And turn on you.
Yeah, and that's what's happening.
And that's what's happening right now.
And you look
the
at it,
fans
John.
are slowly but surely realizing that the objectives of these owners, and they're quickly realizing and turning on them.
Yeah.
So they have to understand that these fans have been spoiled. They know who they support. They know who they are. And we know who we are as a football club. They have to keep that DNA,
And that's
that
why,
culture.
that's why
So
the summer.
they can get upset as much as they want. And I will keep saying it. Chris, the club can get angry with me as much as they want, which I know they do. But I'm only saying it from a good place.
You're disguised now getting into Stamford Bridge, aren't you?
I'm only coming from a good place.
Of course. Because you care.
Because I care for the football club. I was
What is
there.
it? No one's bigger than the club.
Nobody's bigger than a football club. I gave my all for the football club for 11 years. I sacrificed. I missed my birthdays. I miss important people's in my life birthdays. I sacrificed for the football club. I gave my all. We won titles. We're successful. I'm coming from a good place. The players, the sporting directors, the owners, they can get upset as much as they want. But I am coming from a good place. I want to see us continue to be successful. If I keep my mouth shut, it means that I'm happy with what's going on. I am not. And I'm sure some of my other colleagues are not.
Of course.
But I'm speaking up here that we have to get back to who we are. We have to maintain that. I'm not saying win today, win every season, but show some sense of direction that we're moving forward, that we're pointing in the right direction, that we want to continue to be successful. The man who built the football club, I keep coming back to that. I keep banging on that. Because I saw and I knew what the football club meant to him. I saw. He was a very busy man, but he was constantly there. He was constantly present. He cared for the football club. When things are not going well, he was there. He spoke to the staff. He spoke to the players. He spoke to the kit man. He spoke to the chefs. To the people who are the pitch guy who take care of the pitch. He was always having a chat with everybody. How do we improve? How do we get better as a club? Always. And that's one thing I love about him.
Yeah.
That's one thing I absolutely love about him. It's not just him pumping his money, his hard-earned money, the cash that he had. It's not just about that. He cared for the football club. And he brought in people
who could improve it.
He knew he couldn't do it all by himself. That's why he had Marina Granovskaya there. He had Michael Menala, who came in as well, who knew the football club. He wanted the football club to be successful. And that's what I want to see continue. So as much as they get upset with me, it's fine. As long as I'm week in, week out, speaking about how do we improve, how do we get better as a football club. Not to take us 10, 15 years to start winning the Premier League again, because the fans demand that we start winning again. So I hope we get back to that. And I want to see us get back to that as quickly as possible.
Short term, there may be more pain before the summer arrives, and then let's see where Chelsea take this. Question for you, John. Who do you think's more pissed off with you? Chelsea's owners or Arsenal's fans? There's a question. Listen, let's get to it. Title race is now, I'll say it, John, it's advantage Arsenal. Everton 3, City 3.
Yeah.
I said on the pod last week, I had a feeling, John, under the lights on a Monday night, City would blink. They did. So I'm not going to say I told you so. I bloody well told you so.
It was your fault.
You're blaming me today. I love that. I'm blaming the fact that Rodri wasn't there. City, it was a 13 minutes of madness. They concede a poor mistake from Gay, set piece, then they lose their way. Great goal from Haaland to bring them back in, and then Doku rescues a point. It could well be a big point.
Yeah.
But undoubtedly, Arsenal smiling last night. They're in the box seat.
Advantage Arsenal. They will be watching that game last night and just licking their lips and thinking, wow. It's theirs to lose now, isn't it?
It is.
It's theirs to lose
3 wins in
again.
their chance.
Advantage back to Arsenal. But again, we've said it so many times. This title race is just going to keep changing every week out.
You think so? Still now, you think?
I still believe there's going to be points dropped. Whether it's City, whether it's Arsenal. I still believe that. There's going to be points dropped. Obviously, City have Brentford
at home.
And if they don't win that game, that's it. Title done. If they fail to win against Brentford at home, that's it. The title is over.
Yeah, they play Saturday, and then Arsenal go to West Ham on Sunday.
If City fail to beat Brentford, that's it. Title over. But yes, advantage back to Arsenal. And I must say though, listen, for a very long time, I've said it so many times. A lot of people said it. The Arsenal fans know. That is the best they've played in a very, very long time.
Yeah, Fulham not great though.
But Fulham, make no mistake about it.
They weren't great.
Fulham were awful. But again, sometimes It depends on the opponent. Opponent can make you look bad. Maybe the way Arsenal set up, the way the structure in which they approach the game, they made Fulham look ordinary. They make Fulham look that bad. And they did.
Early goal.
Because of the way they played. Early goal again. They played some really, really good football. And that's something we haven't seen from this Arsenal team for a very, very long time. I know, yes, the team, their fans, they can say whatever they want. They can, come on my DM and say so many things. It doesn't matter, but they know, they know that this is the best they've played in a very, very long time because they were up for it. The tempo was there. The aggressivity, the way they approached the game was really, really good. The setup was good. They played some really, really good stuff. They played really, really well. And this is the best I've seen them play in a long time. But again, Fulham were really, really poor. But you have to play what's in front of you. Yep. And you have to beat what's in front of you. And they've done that.
Yep.
They've done that. And they've put pressure back on City. And that's what we said, again, the game against Newcastle. When I talked about it here, the game against Newcastle, when they failed, absolutely failed to put pressure. Yes, they did win the game. But they failed to put pressure on Manchester City in terms of goals. They went up 1-0 early against Newcastle. And then they sat back. And they defended 1-0. But this game, no. They went for it. They went 1-0 up. They went 2-0 up. They went 3-0 up. Comfortable because they know from what we talked about last week. It's like they're watching Arsenal. It's like they know this might be the title that comes down to goal difference. Right now, they're what? 2-3 goals?
So they're now 4 ahead.
But see, is City conceding more? Whatever it is, it might come down to goal difference. It might. You never know. So whenever you have the opportunity to go 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, you have to do it. And Arsenal absolutely did that over the weekend. Put pressure back on City. And they did that. They absolutely played well. And in a very long time as well, we haven't seen Saka play the way he did.
He's been injured, but he was good. He was back.
He's pivotal to what Arsenal do.
You're not wrong.
Pivotal to what they do. He is a star player. He's the star man.
He's the X factor.
He's the X factor. He is the guy that makes everything happen for this Arsenal team. When he plays well, and when I watched him, the game against Fulham, he was up for it. Shackles were off. Exciting to watch.
Yeah.
He created chances. He scored goal. He was up for it. He is that guy that makes things happen for this Arsenal side. Why don't you let him play like that week in, week out? Give him the freedom to express himself. Don't hold him back, Mikel Arteta. Give him the freedom to go out there. Give him the ball.
He could be the difference now in the next few weeks.
Give him the ball to go out there and perform the way he did. Because he's that guy. If Arsenal are to win this title, he's that guy that will create chances. He's that guy that will score goals for them. He's the X factor.
And the other thing that's a bit...
So you have to let him play freely.
100%.
Shackles were off. And that's the best I've seen him play in a very, very long time. Saka. I know he's had some criticism over the past few weeks. But that's how you respond to criticism. Not sulk. Not come out to defend yourself. Show it on the pitch. Go back to the drawing board. What is that thing that makes me perform well? Who is Saka that everybody loves?
Yeah.
It's me creating chances. It's him creating chances. It's him playing with freedom. Being the X factor for this team. And that's what he did over the weekend. And it's good to see him play that way, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea fan, I don't want to see.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? But yeah. But in a very long time, it's been the best that I've seen him play. And it's been the best that I've seen this Arsenal side play. Yes, advantage back to Arsenal, but they have a massive game tomorrow.
Tonight.
Atletico Madrid. So, listen, I still feel there's going to be twist and turn in this title race. City are not going to go away, but it's a massive, massive 2 points drop by Manchester City. I thought first half they played well, but the second half it's not something but again, City have been vulnerable as well during second half. I've noticed that in the past. But when you do not have your main guy,
come back to him.
The final piece of the jigsaw, the man that connects everything.
Silva looked lost without him.
Bernardo Silva looked lost without him. And I've said it so many times. Everybody's saying, oh yeah, one person can make it a team. Rodri is the connection between this Manchester City team. There is no question about it. You can argue with me as much as you want.
More important than Haaland.
More important than Haaland. I'm telling you. And we all know that. Pep Guardiola knows that. You can watch the game against Burnley that he wasn't there. They struggled. Southampton, yes, they did one. Struggle. Game again yesterday. Struggle. When Rodri plays for this team, it's a total different team. He's the connector between everything from the defense, midfield, attack. He is that guy. He is that missing piece that they don't have right now. And I said it so many times. If City had to go on to winning this title, Rodri has to be on the pitch. He has to be fit. He has to be fit and playing. And we can see that without him, they look lost. Yeah. Bernardo Silva absolutely look lost. He's that guy. He's well assured. When he's on that pitch, he's well assured. He knows how to control the tempo of the game. He knows how to manage the game. And that's something I didn't see yesterday. When they went 1-0 up, they didn't have that guy that knows how to control the game, that knows how to manage the tempo of the game, that knows when to increase the tempo and when to decrease the tempo. Rodri is that guy. So they've absolutely missed him. If they are to go on and to have a chance of winning this title, he needs to be back as quickly as possible. They have four games left. Rodri has to come back. If Manchester City need to still be in this title race come the last game of the season, Rodri has to be back in the squad.
With BetWinner, every game is your chance to win. Trust your instinct. Place your bets. Feel the victory. Win with BetWinner.
We've got a little wager brought to you by BetWinner, by the way. Steak dinner on the loser to this. I said Arsenal many moons ago. You stuck with City. Look down that camera. Come on, John. Look down that camera. Who wins it from here?
Wow. Honestly, I still think this is going to be twist and turn.
You hate this, don't you?
Arsenal do have a massive game away
West Ham.
To West Ham. West Ham are still not safe. Obviously, with Tottenham winning, West Ham are back in it again.
Huge.
They're back in a relegation battle. So it's huge.
For both.
For most importantly, for West Ham. They have to win that game.
Yeah.
They have to get something out of it.
Yeah.
So it's massive for West Ham. And that's why I've said there's still going to be twist and turn. Do I think Arsenal are going to drop points on Sunday? Is it Sunday, right? They play. Maybe. If City fail to beat Brentford on Saturday, that's it. It's done. It's done. So who do I think right now is in the best chance of winning the title? Of course, it's advantage Arsenal. So we've said it so many times from the start of the season. Anyways, I said City. But when I look at the squad that they both have, I've always said Arsenal can still finish as champions. But the history of the club, as I always come back to,
I know.
you can't deny that. Because it's happened so many times over the past years. But do I believe that this is their time? Yes, I do believe this is Arsenal's season. Because a lot of things have gone their way. They've been very lucky. You know, when you think City are going to go on and dominate, you know, they've, again, drop point. So, it's for me, I'll go, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I still believe both sides can still go on and win it.
Okay.
And this weekend is crucial. Absolutely crucial. This weekend we will know. Absolutely know. If City win against Brentford and Arsenal beat West Ham, I think it's Arsenal's to win.
Okay. And then May 25th, if Arsenal do win it, you're turning off DMs. You're turning off comments.
No, listen, shake hands and move on. Congratulate Arsenal and say, you know, you are the best. You are the better team. It doesn't matter how you played.
You're in for a
It
tough
doesn't matter
summer.
how you played. You've won the title.
Yeah, fair.
Fair play to you.
Yeah, fair. But you're in for a tough summer. You know that, John.
I'm in for a tough time. Tough summer. But listen, the Arsenal fan can come at me as much as they want. As a Chelsea
Man through and through.
Man.
Listen, you understand.
As a Chelsea fan, we are never happy to see Arsenal win the title. Then you're not a Chelsea fan.
It's like Liverpool winning for
It's
me.
like an Arsenal fan cheering for Chelsea. Dude, it doesn't happen.
No.
It doesn't happen.
No.
That is the rivalry that we have. So they can hate me as much as they want. It's just the history of both teams. It's like me saying Spurs should go on and win the title. No, it's never going to happen. Same as Arsenal. No, never going to happen. It's like Liverpool cheering for Manchester United to win. No,
Never.
It doesn't happen. So they can criticize me as much as they want and hate me as much as they want. But the truth about it is that a Chelsea fan will never cheer for an Arsenal team to go on and win the title.
fair.
So I will never do that.
You wouldn't be
I
a
will
blue.
never do that.
You wouldn't
but
be a blue.
at the end of the season, if they go on to win the title, shake hands and move on.
Yeah, fair.
Yes, it's your time. You want it? Perfect.
I've got one question for you because we're getting a lot of DMs on this. I don't know if you've got insider knowledge. You probably don't, because I don't think this bloke messages you to tell you what he's up to, but I want your opinion on it. Jose back to Real Madrid.
Oh,
Do you like it?
I think it's a big shout out. I think it's a big shout. Do I think he's going to go back to Real Madrid? Listen, Jose is a fantastic manager. I don't think he will ever stop.
No.
I don't think the hunger will ever stop. He always wants to win. He's a competitor. He loves to win. He loves being in the top club. He loves being in that spotlight. If he goes back to manage to become the next manager for Real Madrid, which is something I think he would absolutely love. He would love to be back there. He would love to go
back on
start
the big
competing
stage
again in the bigger stage in terms of competing to winning the Champions League, which is something I think you want to do again.
Yeah.
Competing to win La Liga, playing the Champions League, competing to win the Champions League. So is there something there? Maybe, because it's not going away, that rumor. So
Watch the
watch the space, because Jose is his box office, isn't it? We want him, in the biggest stage. We want him, to be competing again. You want to see Jose, in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, semifinals, finals, because his box office. He's José Mourinho. So if it were to happen, I wish him all the best. But he's done some fantastic job again with Benfica. So
Porto champions. But Benfica 2 games away from completing the
amazing
domestic
job he's
season.
done. Unbeaten. So some fantastic job. He just didn't win enough games.
Nope.
Drew a lot of games, didn't win enough. But with going back to Real Madrid, where you have more quality players, no disrespect to Benfica players, but Real Madrid is a different kettle of fish, the best team in the world. If he goes back there, he will have another chance of, winning the Champions League. So I think he'll welcome that. I think that's something he'll welcome. Knowing Jose Mourinho, he still wants to compete. He still wants to be there. So if it were to happen, I wish him the best, because it's gonna be interesting to see him, competing again the biggest stage.
Watch this space, right? Taking the Mikel, done and dusted. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of comments, a lot of stuff covered on this episode. A lot of sense, at least I think, spoken on taking the Mikel, powered by BetWinner. Listen, last thing, order of business. We're gonna be in Lagos this weekend. We're going to be in Nigeria. Obafemi Martins.
Obafemi Martins, Obagol, we call him.
Obagol.
We call him Obagol, yeah. He's the guy, isn't he? He's
the biggest thighs after Roberto Carlos in football.
Biggest thighs. Quick, rapid. Absolutely rapid. Played, some top teams, in Europe. Scored goals. I played with him in national team. Great guy. And it would be amazing to have him on the podcast. So, if you're in Lagos, by any chance, come down and see us, and let's have a chat. If you're an Arsenal fan, come ask the questions, and we'll have all the answers for you. So I'm looking forward to it.
Extra security for that, John. That'll be on your bill. Yes, we are in Lagos this Saturday. Of course, Liverpool, Chelsea. You'll be watching that between the cracks in your fingers. If you are in Lagos, come on down. All the details are on our social medias. But that is it for taking the Mikel. I'm sure this will be making 1 or 2 headlines yet again. Do keep your comments coming into us. Obi One Podcast, across social medias. Subscribe, give us a follow as well. Ta-ra for now.